Hello everyone, I'm Skratch. Welcome to the channel. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Hope you guys are having an amazing Sunday. It's currently super sunny in the UK, so you know how it is, living life, sunny outside, sending some positive vibes. In today's video, guys, we're gonna talk about Hydra Clan Boss. I'm gonna show you one of the most OP damage dealers in the entire game. A lot of people are underestimating this champion on higher difficulties, and I'm gonna show you how to one-key Hydra regardless of the difficulty, just in a couple of minutes. Some of you guys might be familiar with the Hydra creator clash draft that is going on at the moment. Well, we had our very first round. I faced MTG Jedi and we had to do some serious damage, and I'm talking about over 100 million in damage just to be able to qualify to the next round. And a lot of people really underestimated my team, saying that is not reliable enough, is unstable, etc. I'm really not sure why, but I'm gonna walk you through the entire process. A lot of you guys are definitely underestimating this champion, and I'm gonna show you the team in just a second. First, I'm quickly gonna explain you what actually happened here. So I faced MTG Jedi, right? He had probably the second best team out of every single creator in there, in my opinion, right? So once you defeat an opponent, you are able to steal one of their champions. You see, he has Mighty Uko, Cardil, Tumesia, Taras, Ragash, Duedan, and somehow people voted him as the weakest team out of everybody, which is just crazy. The people, they completely underestimated the potential of this team. Like, you have 3 OP Void Legendaries. What else you wanna have in a team? You know what I mean? So I faced him in the very first round. You see right here, I'm gonna face YST next. Now, I actually stole his Taras. So I got the Taras from MTG Jedi. I want to use him in my own team. And another thing to keep in mind is that we have a player limit, a player power limit, a team power limit of 500k for the team. You gotta build 6 champions for it. So that will interfere with some of our plans in terms of building the champions as crazy, you know. My team, guys. So my team was Duchess, Lydia, Kymar, Skullord Vargal, Supreme Gallic, and Tranda. When you have Duchess, Lydia in the team, you have everything that you need. You have the support, you have the survivability, you have the increased speed, but it's just a massive carry. This team is going to be 100% stable just because of those 2 champions, without even counting the other 4 champions, you know. So 100% very solid from the start. I'm really surprised that I was able to pick all these solid champions in my team. Like, honestly, it's just crazy because I had to wait like 30-40 picks in order just to pick one specific champion. So 30 other champions were picked in front of me picking other champions, and it's just mind-blowing just putting that on the side. Basically, some of you guys might be familiar with how Tranda works on easy and normal, right? You can one-key top chest in there in like 30 seconds. That's how fast it goes. And people think that this doesn't work on higher difficulties. People think that Tranda is not good for higher difficulties just for the simple fact that, hey, she's just a solid DPS and that's it. The world record actually for the fastest one-key Nightmare Hydra team, sorry, not T, is 18 seconds. 18 seconds one-key Hydra Nightmare. It's literally faster than my Spider team for stage 10 hard mode. Let me just put it like that. I think the record is held by Hordes, if I'm not mistaken, or his name is something like that. I don't really know the dude, but basically he used double Tranda. Now, I know that Tranda can do some work, so let me just quickly show you what exactly is happening in here. And I'm gonna do a different run. The quality is not as great. I kind of like forgot to click on the record button while we were doing the runs here on YouTube, and I thought that I'm gonna get him from that with Jedi, but hey, he streamed live. So let me show you some of the run, guys. I want to point out a couple of things, and then we're going to go in, do another run. I'm going to show you the stats and kind of like to see how this team works. Now, a lot of times people, they might not be able to build this team, and it's absolutely fine. Personally, I like to know pretty much everything that can happen in the game. Like, regardless if I can do it or no, there's so many things in the game that I cannot do because I'm lacking champions and stuff like this. So I know the feeling. You cannot do everything, but it's fine. Personally, I still like to see crazy things and what things can actually happen in the game if you have specific champions, right? Let me just quickly take you around here. So people were wondering, Skratch, when are you actually gonna reset with Kymar? What's the plan for the team? How are you making this team to work? And I'm gonna explain you that in just a second. First, let's have a quick look at everyone's reaction when they've seen what this team is capable to do.
Can you talk us through at some point your thought process on the when to Kymar reset in this team?
I reset once you see this head being down. So I'm about to reset once Tranda is gonna do this. Boom. So you've seen we jumped from 6.9 million or so to 14 million just by using the A2. Now Tranda's A2 is always been very powerful, not only in Hydra, including in Arena. The higher the HP on the target, the lower the defense, the bigger the damage. So that A2 is always been powerful, and it's not a bug, it's not something that needs to get nerfed on Hydra, because not everybody out there that has a Tranda can do this. You need to have specific champions near Tranda in order to enable this crazy damage, and if you don't have that, she's just not gonna do the job. You do need to have pretty strong stats on her in order to do solid damage. If not, the damage will be much lower than what you've seen right here. So it's not an issue where you can say that Tranda is so broken, everybody will do this once they get her. It's not the situation. So that's why a thing like this is not something that will affect the game in a negative way, you know. Boom. And now we're gonna reset and watch everyone's face. Now we're gonna reset.
Brace yourselves. Put your hands in the air like a roller coaster.
Yep.
Oh god.
So the only thing here that I just changed before, so what's gonna happen is that I'm gonna reset. It might reset a bit too late.
Oh, here we go.
Because I don't have increased attack, I don't have defense down, and that's mainly because I changed some speeds before and I haven't paid enough attention. I didn't really check that out, like all my stuff. And another thing that happened, I killed all the heads in the same go, and I didn't have increased speed on them early on. So that
Are you ready?
Cost me because
Are you ready?
This is Hydra brutal, guys. Okay, this is brutal.
No, you got this.
But it works the exact same way on a Nightmare too if you have the stats.
No, you got it. Oh, here it goes.
We just jumped to 50 million damage. Look at everyone's face.
Oh my god.
And look at that.
Oh, I told you, man. Look at that, 50 million in 10.
MTG, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. Like, this is just crazy, right? So, this is a very stable team, guys. This team can go all the way up to 300, 400, even more damage. 300, 400 million, sorry. So, a lot of damage. Especially if everything aligns in your favor and you don't have bad RNG, you're gonna be able to ramp up so much damage. It's just crazy. Now, I haven't completed an entire run here because I had to stop, and I think I stopped at around turn 90 because I already beat his damage and we already stayed like 1 hour in just for MTG to do his key. So we were like, you know what, Skratch, let's not continue more because it's no point. You've already beaten the opponent, so we're gonna bring in somebody else to do their run. So MTG dealt with his team 143 million. Impressive result. I knew that that team was gonna be capable of doing that and even more. And I've done 145 in 96 turns. I stopped it. Now MTG went all the way up to like boss turn count 230 or something like that, even if not higher. So it's quite a bit of a difference. I can definitely reach turn 200 as well with the team that I had without an issue. And just think about the damage. That would instantly be around 300 plus million damage. But let me just quickly walk you through the entire process. And I'm going to show you the champions after, because some of you guys might be curious to know what exactly is happening. So we're going to go to Brutal because that's the difficulty that we had. And yes, Duchess, Kymar, Skullord Vargal, he definitely deserves a champion spotlight on its own. Keep an eye for that in the next few days. Supreme Gallic, a beast of a champion on Hydra. I absolutely love him. Lydia, and we have Tranda. Now, I only have a 2-star awakening on Tranda. It's no point to get Crushing Rand unless I get a 5-star or a 6-star. But it's still a massive help to get the extra 500 attack from it, you know. So the way you set this up, and I speedrun the team pretty well in terms of ensuring that I'm gonna overlap the champions at the right moment to buff back and to ensure that Tranda has everything that she needs in order to have the setup up and running. Land the provoke, Supreme Gallic, block buffs, HP burn, decrease speed on everybody. Tranda comes in with the 8-2, drops a shy amount of damage. I'm not resetting with Kaimar because I want to kill all the heads just to ensure that once I kill the heads, Kaimar will have his reset available. If no, he might not have it because he has such a long cooldown, you know? So that can happen. And funny enough, he is my mischief tank in the team here. It's not Skull or Vargal or anyone else. And I'm going to explain you in a bit why. We're going to drop the HP burn detonation. We're going to try to provoke the Head of Decay again. Tranda's A3, do a bit of more damage in here, which, of course, as usual, is beautiful. Skullord Vargal, not yet. There we go, provoke again, beautiful, keeping that under control. We got provoked right here, which is fine. It's not an issue at the moment. We don't really need to do anything crazy with our champion, so it's fine. Once we kill the Head of Mischief, that's when I'm gonna set up again everything to be able to drop Tranda's A2 in before Kaimar will come in with the reset, you know. So we should be spot on. I can actually skip this and just wait a bit longer with it, because that Tranda might take 2 turns before we kill the Head of Mischief. So let's just wait with it. It's no rush. We're gonna do that again. Drop all the debuffs that we need on. I'm not gonna use Lydia's A2 either. Tranda A1, we got redirected, which again is fine, not the end of the world. Provoke again, beautiful. I do have decreased attack on the head of Rat, so that's not an issue. We shouldn't be getting obliterated once he's gonna attack. Now I can actually put a Veil, the increased attack, and slowly just do some damage. Now I already used this skill before. I want to keep it for when the heads are down to ensure that they're not gonna spawn back super quick. You know, I want to make sure I have everything in order. Seems like we lost Tranda there again. Not necessarily an issue, but I will have to use this from Tranda now. They both kind of like took their turns pretty fast. Gallic, I'm gonna have to use you as well. Hopefully the provoke is still gonna land on the Head of Decay there, and that should be spot on. If not, we might. Actually, we don't have any issues. We just landed that. But the main thing that I don't have right now is increased attack on my Tranda. So that's going to be a bit of an issue because I'm going to have to wait a bit longer here. I don't want to reset, but just for the purpose of the video, let's do it. I was praying that maybe the refresh accessories are going to proc in. I just want to show you the run properly. I didn't have the best setup because Tranda died there, unfortunately. But check this out. Bang! And we jumped almost to 1 key, guys. 3 minutes. This can easily be done. If you don't manage to do it in the first round, you can back out, come back to it, and just do it. But I just got a bit unlucky that my Tranda died there. Usually, it's not happening, so it's not a big deal, you know. Right now, I would have a refresh from Kaimar for Tranda to come in with the A2 and drop that insane damage that you've seen. But unfortunately, no refresh accessories procced on him. That's why I always like to keep the skill available, so I ensure that I'm actually gonna go in. But 3 minutes and 40 seconds, and we got to 1 key, 30 million damage. That's pretty much everything that you need to know, right? If we're gonna have a quick look at the total damage, Tranda 21.9 million damage. Now, a lot of people say that Acrisia is the best damage dealer for Hydra. I'm not here to take her crown. Acrisia, she is absolutely amazing. But when we are talking about dropping damage in a very fast time, nobody in the entire game beats Tranda. But with the right setup. If, for example, I would have Gerptek Mossbeard instead of Supreme Gallic to have block debuffs from him, and with his passive to bring that 20+% extra damage on Tranda, that would be even crazier, guys. Will be absolutely insane. But let me quickly show you the stats on the champion, so kind of like get a hang of what exactly is happening. Yes, my Tranda, she's built pretty well. The entire team is built pretty well. So I'm gonna start with the fastest champion, and that's Duchess Lily too. I had to remove gear, of course, from my Sifi to ensure that she's gonna be so fast and overlap Tranda whenever needed to ensure that I'm getting the right buffs on the team. Regeneration, 91k HP, 4k defense, 325 speed. How I mentioned, we had a power limit of 500k for the team, so we were not able to build everyone with resistance, so I had to make the right decisions in there. Second fastest champion, Lydia, Perception, Regeneration, a couple of refresh accessories on her as well. 300 speed, pretty good survivability, 400 accuracy. A bit of an overkill in there, honestly. War Master as a master is as tier 6. One thing to keep in mind, the faster are my champions, the faster I'm gonna rotate compared to the Hydra heads. Once I buff the increased speed, land the decreased speed, I'm gonna overlap them like crazy. The more turns I take, the more damage I do. That's why I have the champion so fast. Third fastest champion, Skull Lord Vargal. And probably you're wondering, Skratch, why the heck do you have this champion in a provoke set if he has a 2-turn provoke on his A2? Well, you only had 2 tries on the Hydra. So if I started my run and I got resisted, I had the chance to restart my run all the way up to turn 20. So if I was before turn 20, I was allowed to have a free reset of the team and go back in the Hydra and try again. You know how it is, a lot of RNG. So I wanted to ensure that I'm gonna land my provoke regardless, you know, like, yes, I can get 3%ed on this, but I wanted to have an extra chance to provoke in case if that's happening. Either with the A1, either with the A2 when I'm A3 when I'm dropping the decrease attack. I just wanted to increase that chance. Decrease attack, provoke from him are actually very, very nice. He cannot be the mischief target because Lydia brings strength into the entire team. So if you want to make Skullord your mischief target, you need to drop Lydia out of the team. But I'm not sure if I showed you the total stats. 80k HP, 4k defense, 282 speed, 366 accuracy, War Master as tier 6, and support on the rest there, just to gain more accuracy, Cycle of Magic, Lord of Steel, you know how it is. Fourth fastest champion, Supreme Gallic. Cruel and Relentless, a couple of refresh accessories. I love the champion to that. 44k HP, almost 45, 5.1k attack, 2.4k defense, 234 speed, 93 crit rate, 250 crit damage, 333 accuracy. He only needs 90 crit rate, so that's fine. Masteries, offense and support. War Master as tier 6, of course. Then we had Tranda. I gave her probably the best gear that I have on the account. Not everything is ascended because I couldn't be bothered to go and farm oils on the test server. You know, it is what it is. But basically, these are her total stats. 8.4k attack, 221 speed, 102 crit rate, 300 crit damage. Now, she needs to have Savage Cruel if you want to do that stuff with her. She needs to ignore a lot of defense to bring in a lot of damage. That's how her entire kit works. So it's very important to have the right sets on her too. Masteries, offense. I went with support just for the Cycle of Magic. I'm not going to get to counter attack, so I'm not stressing about that. And Helm Smasher as tier 6 on her. And the slowest champion, which is the mischief target for me, was Prince Skymar. Perception, reflex set, a couple of refresh accessories, and of course we have a blood shield. The slowest champion, how I mentioned. He has the lowest HP in the team as well, and that's because Duchess will put a shield with the A1. And I want that shield to go on him to ensure that the mischief will target Kymar. So a lot of thought process went into the team. And 3.1k defense, 211 speed, 451 resistance, 300 accuracy. I'm not really using the A2 because I have block buffs anyway, so it's pretty pointless. But just in case if anything was going wrong, I wanted to be prepared with accuracy, and we went offense and support, War Master as tier 6. But guys, that was pretty much everything for this video. I just wanted to show you how powerful Tranda is in Hydra Clan Boss. A lot of people are underestimating her, but let me explain you. This skill attacks one enemy, then attacks all other enemies with a second hit, dealing 60% of the damage inflicted from the first hit. Now, when the heads are dead, basically it calculates that they have no defense. And this skill deals tons of damage like that. So that's why it's possible to drop so much damage with Cloak of Ages skill. But you need the right setup, you need to have Weaken, you need to have increased attack. Everything is very, very important to ensure that you're gonna bring in a lot of damage, guys. Hopefully I'm gonna see you all tomorrow for the second round. I'm facing YST. We're gonna be live on Dead with Jedi stream. We're gonna have tons of giveaways and tons of good things. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Appreciate all of you guys watching. Much love, and I'll catch you all soon in the next video. Peace.